Welcome to Let's Play Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Alright guys, so Raven Extreme here. Thought I'd start off my brand new Let's Play for the brand new business that I've been a part of. I've been making this test video for quite some time. I've been wanting this to work. I finally got it to work, and I'm going to delve back into the old school style, the game that brought me into this series, which is Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, or Monster Hunter 2G. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game here. Of course, new character. Name is obviously good. Oh, by the way, this is on the PSP, so I have a PSP emulator that's making this work quite well. We wanted this to be capital, and of course we're going to name ourselves Raven, because Raven Extreme won't fit, because, you know, PSP only had so many things here. Of course, I'm male. I'm going to change my clothing to clothing number 2, it's one of my favorite clothings. We're going to change the face, because the face will actually change the skin tone as well. I prefer either skin tone 7 or skin tone 8. Where is the one that I usually use? Not that one, not that one. I would do 23, but I think I'm actually gonna go skin tone 8 this time. I changed my hairstyle. You can get the get the whole Benimaru look here, which is kind of funny. Or you know what, Polnareff will be actually a little bit more accurate. Get the Sephiroth look. I know there's an afro. There it is. You know what? I am going to go ahead and do the afro, even though I don't really have it right now. But let's change the hair color to black. or as close to black as possible. That'll work. You won't really see the hairstyle unless you're not wearing a helmet, but regardless. And then voice. Why not? Alright, let's go ahead and create Raven. I am not a beginner. I'll go ahead and save the character here over my test one. And yes, we are going to go ahead and start the game. Alright guys, we've got a cutscene here. Enjoy. Well, it seems that that wasn't very fun, getting knocked off of a cliff. I wonder if I lived. Of course I did. Ah, bruised. I suffered a bit of frostbite, so recovery take a few days. So, a few days pass. And welcome to Poke Village. This is our main hub town for the game here. Alright, so welcome to our house here. We've got our bed, so this is where you come in to save your game. You can also save the game after every hunt. Preferably you want to do it actually before you do anything else. Behind this door here, I can tell you later. I can't tell you what's going on with it now. This is our item box here. This is where you put in take or put in all your items. What we're going to do is actually I'm going to change equipment because I am not using the sword and shield here. So you got multiple different types of weapons. You've got the Great Sword. Basically, it's slow, but it's super powerful. You've got the Long Sword, which is fast, and is actually just as powerful as the Great Sword. That's interesting. But it's a very intricate weapon. I don't like it in Freedom Unite, because it's just too basic for me, because I am a Longsword player in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. You got the Hammer, which is even stronger than the Great Sword. That's got decent power, but its sharpness is kind of terrible. I don't really use hammer very much. You got the hunting horn, one of my most favorite weapons of all time that was brought into the Monster Hunter series. I will definitely be running with this weapon. Lance, which I'm not going to be using. Gun lance, which I'm not going to be using. Sword and shield, which I'm not going to be using. Dual blades, or dual swords as they were called in the in this game, because they weren't changed to blades until Monster Hunter 3, or Tri. You've got the light bowgun, the heavy bowgun, and the bow. None of which I'm going to use. So, right now, I'm actually going to start off with the... I'm going to start off with the hunting horn. And I'll get into the techniques of being played here. So, I'm also equipping the armor that they pre-start you off with. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm also going to sell my equipment here. So, I'm going to sell the longsword, sell the hammer, sell the lance, the gun lance, sell the sword and shield, the dual blades, the light bow gun, the heavy bow gun, and the bow. So I'm going to stick with greatsword and stick with hunting horn, because those are the two weapons that I'm most familiar with, because those are the two that I actually did play in this game. I don't have any items to take right now, but this is what you start off with. So let's go ahead and head out into town. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody around here. I think it's circle, right? No. Square? No. Triangle? No. X? Oh, it's X. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and speak to everybody who's got a bubble over the head. We'll start from over here. Okay, so this here is the actual weapon and armor shop. As the cat did say here, he will sell weapons and armor that the guy to his right, actually, our left, his right, you cannot craft. So he does have great swords. Has a great sword and long sword together. They have the sword and the dual blades. Okay, actually, they call it dual blades in this game. Sword is sword and shield, and then dual blades. You've got the hammer and the hunting horn. You got lance and gun lance. You got the heavy bow gun, the light bow gun, and the bow. And then armor-wise, he sells the Mafu Mofu, that's a really weird name, set, and the leather set. The leather set, if you press square, you can actually look at the info. It'll give you throw, backpacking, gathering, and shop mix. So this is really more of a gunner set. I think they still have the separate armors, right? No, they do not. Okay. I think it was Monster Hunter Tries where they started differentiating the armor sets. So the leather armor will come with different types of items, different types of skills, but I'll get into skills at a later time. So let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and just keep talking to everybody. You can also sell your weapons here instead of from your box.
Yo.
Okay, so they call them felines in this game. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so this is the crafter. You can create weapons, so long as you have the materials for them. So what you'll need is, you press R, and you can check what items are actually required. So to make a Buster Sword, not Cloud Sword, Buster Sword, you need to have 3 iron ore. You have the Bone Blade, which needs small monster bones. And then for the long swords, you have Iron Katana and the Bone Katana. The Iron Katana will need a lot of stuff. Now this one you didn't see with the cat, with the feline that's to his left. So you'll need 3 malachite ore, 8 iron ore, 8 carpenter bugs, and 8 ice crystals, which we'll get to later. Hunting horn, however, I only have just the ivory horn still, so no problems there. Great sword, bone blades already being sold, so I don't need that. And then you can also improve weapons based on the monsters that you fight. Monsters do drop weapons. You can actually improve them with the specific items. Now what it does is it also actually increases the sharpness and the attack power of the weapon. Sometimes it might also increase in elements as well. So like if you look at the hunting horn, you can get blue mushrooms for a bone horn. As you can see here, the bone horn will also increase its attack power by 572 and give you 5 extra defense points. I'll get to the notes and everything later, but it also gives me a slight bit of green sharpness as well. And then the war drum, you need to have 8 conga pelts, 3 brute bones, and 3 fire herbs, which that'll come in handy later. As you can see, it gets a whole bunch of yellow sharpness, and then 624 attack power is not bad, but it also changes my note combination. Now for note combinations, I'll have to get into that a little bit later. Armor crafting, you can also create armors. As you can see here, he's got a lot of different selections here. But for now, I'm not going to go into explanation on that. You can also improve armor, but you need to have what's called an armor sphere. That'll increase the armor's defense and its level. It does not increase resistances though, but it does increase its defense, so you want to do this to make sure you take less damage. And the decorations we'll get into a little bit later because that won't happen for a while. So next person we'll talk to is this guy over here. You can call this guy the Ace Hunter. He gives you all the skills and whatnot. He'll give you some tips and tricks. You ask him questions about the game, but we'll get into that later. Here's the item shop. So you can see here, she only has certain types of items here. I don't know if they actually fill us up on anything here, but you can see she sells a whole bunch of different types of books and special items. You got your healing items, you got your antidotes, whetstones, which I'll get into later, cool and hot drinks, which again I'll get into later, pickaxes, which I'll get into later, bug nets, worms, all this stuff I'll get into later. You can also buy straight to your box, but again I'll get into that later. Let's go ahead and talk to her here, which I think she's the village elder. Oh no, this is the specialty item seller who sells different types of herbs. So you know, you got your fire herbs, you got antidote herbs, sleep herbs, all other such types of stuff. Power seeds, armor seeds, red and green seeds, crickets, berries, toadstools, shrooms, fish. A lot of different good stuff, and again, a lot of these things I'll go into detail with later. After every hunt, she will change her item selection, so you want to check with her very often. This here is the village elder. Oh, she gives us 1,500 zenny. And from there, we actually want to go ahead and buy some items, so let's go ahead and do that now. So, I'm going to buy 10 herbs, because you want to start off with a bunch of healing items. So, I'll buy herbs, potions. I'll buy max whetstones here. You're going to need hot drinks right now. We'll go and take a few iron picks, just a couple iron pickaxes. Actually, we'll take a set of 4 iron pickaxes. You don't want to do the old ones because they break easily, which I'll explain later. I'll take a couple bug nets, even though I don't really need them. And that's all I really need in terms of items. Book of combos, I'll wait on that later, so I don't need it right now. Alright, and then from there, you know, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode here. Just want to get through all the rest of the intro, so let's see, do I have? I do not. Let's go ahead and call it an episode here, guys. So, until then, let me go back to the bedroom and save, because I just want to make sure I got the intro out of the way. So, let's head to the house. So, whenever you want to save, you just come into the bedroom, go to the foot of your bed, and hit square. It'll ask you if you want to save, and hit yes. Alright, guys, so until then, it's Raven Street signing out, and until then, next time, we'll go to catch you later, and we'll go to get into the world of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Until then, guys, peace.